Should I just keep buying that? I think it's healthy for you. Does your head itch? We washed your hair today. Does it itch? I think they should put a warning on that dry shampoo stuff. Should say don't use for little old ladies with extra sensitive skin. It's not for little old ladies. Cause that stuff did a number on your scalp. We're still trying to recover. I ain't never been 73 years old before, so I don't know what I'm doing. Heck, I ain't never been 49 years old before. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm two ages, but that's okay cuz I don't feel like I'm going to live to be, and it ain't even like self-proclaimed prophecy or nothing like that. It's just that I think God's going to do me a solid and he's not going to make me suffer. Cuz every day I get up I suffer. Yeah. And so, and it's, either I'm going to get a reprieve or I don't know, but I can't imagine, I mean, I think about like next year, my next birthday, I'm going to be the same age you were when I went into the Air Force. Farce. It's all a farce, Ma. We're the threat, Ma. We're the bullies. We're the asshole. That calling up that Roman, that dominant mentality, power, control, that has been in the fabric woven into this nation for far too long, and I hope before I do take my last breath that I help change that trajectory, because this nation's in trouble. People are in a lot of trouble right now, and they don't even know they're in trouble. They think they're living the best version of their lives. Folks on the ground with their, every day, I'm having conversations with people. Like today, I had to go to the veteran clinic, and I told her about how I had to drive 2 hours north to get my claim looked at. And she said, well, they had a mobile van that came here. I thought that was here for people. I thought that was something that they were doing to accommodate the veterans to help them with their... I said, no, that's so they can drive around in their bus and say, it ain't no different than that Black Lives... Anytime somebody puts a logo on something and says, pay us because we tell you we care. Look at where they look at how they're living. You're paying their overhead. You're not paying it. The help never goes to the fucking people. It's all for the bells and whistles while the cracks of society are getting wider. And the woman that I was talking to today, we have a nice rapport. I think this is I've seen her this third time I've seen her. I don't know, I've seen her a few times. And I walk in there like, would you like the flu shot? I said, this is an exit only system. Nothing enters this body. Ever since, I gave them 6 years. They poisoned me. They gave me, I tell the receptionist, and I say it loud enough so everybody can hear me that's in earshot. That they poisoned me. They ruined my body. And every day I get to fight pain. And then I get to fight myself, fighting against pain every day, because I was an experiment, because they don't care about people. They just care about selling units. And so it's not just me that people are seeing it now. Maybe people across the world, they're not, but here in the local community, I was telling a woman about, I said, people don't care about people. I said, I drive around with freaking hats and fucking shit in my car looking for people, to give them to. And she said, I was just talking about this with another veteran. This guy, is it worse off than I am? He's worse off than we are. Yeah, he don't got a place to live. He squats in a trailer, and there's no electricity, no water, no nothing. And he goes to this he goes to this coffee shop, and when this one girl is working, she gives him a cup of coffee. So just why? Because he gets into town, you know, and then he wants to warm up. So, and then this one girl, and she wasn't there. Another girl was there. And evidently, this girl has had too many creature motherfucking comforts in her goddamn life, and she hasn't had enough hardships. So when he asked for a cup of coffee, she turned him away.
She did.
Yes. That's how they do locals in Taos. That's how they treat people in Taos. A community is only as good as it treats the people at their lowest. I don't care if I don't care what kind of medicine the man, every human on this planet deserves a roof over their head, deserves food in their refrigerator. That is a human right that everyone should have just for taking a breath, whether you wanted to be incarnated on this planet or not. I was assigned this life just so I could get people to see that they're fucking doing it wrong. Put the goddamn spoon down, put the bottle, put whatever fucking crutch you got hanging you up every day. That thing that keeps you living every motherfucking day. Living that best life. Going for it. Just doing all the things that you need to do to make yourself feel good as a human being. There is no spirit in that. And the whole planet is combusting because people, their greed is like a cancer. It's like a sickness. And then they do things like drink, which is straight up poison. Causes 6 different kinds of cancer. People every day. Oh, that's everybody else on the planet. It's not gonna affect me. Freaking ask somebody that is drink like an alcohol every day. Ask them when the last time they had a fucking healthy shit was. They won't be able to tell you. It rots your fucking insides. It takes people's soul. It makes them do weird shit with fucking animals and kids and cause harm to people and put it on film and they call it art, but really it's a snuff film. And then people show it at parties while they're drinking with their friends having a good time, and before they knew it, they're making their own. What happened to so-and-so? We don't know. And that is the culture that this fucking nation is founded on, and it's dissolving because of all of the grossness, because of all the backdoor shit. I ain't sad to see it go. My eyeballs just fogged up. Like when I used to go outside with my glasses, and they'd fog up, my eyeballs just did that. I got pork chops in the oven. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hayok empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things, because I don't keep shit inside. Because when you keep shit inside, it turns your blood dark, and it turns your cells dark, and that's how cancers are caused. And I'm trying to live a healthy lifestyle. I'm trying to meet my maker and be like, you know what? I did everything I thought was right. I tried to take care of myself. I tried to teach people how to be good to other people. I tried to show people how to live with the generous heart. I tried all these things, and they just kept building bigger buildings and buying more expensive cars. And they just creating all these systems that only small groups would benefit from and not from everybody. They just kept doing it backwards, everything I said. And I'd be like, there's consequences to living that way. I used to live that way, and these are all the consequences that I had just from living in sin. And I don't exactly, I struggle in life every day. And the days that I struggle more are because the days that my heart is without gratitude. And then I look it around and I said, Marge, what you've been able to do? I see on social media all these like autistic kids and stuff like that, you know, and like you know, these support groups for parents that have autism, and I'm like, dude, I am that kid that takes care of their parent. People have no fucking idea how hard it is to be nacho neurotypical to begin with, and then have to go out and tolerate the bullshit that fucking the rules, regulations, policies, and procedure people, the bureaucrats, fucking lay down in front of me. The hoops that people make you go through. Just putting people through hoops. Just to feed the system. So lazy people can get paid, and it's not fair because I'm not a lazy person. I've never in my whole life been a lazy person. I've aspired to be lazy. My personal constitution won't allow it. I was listening to Robert Phoenix this morning. Yeah, he's an astrologer, and he often talks about how, it's not just him, it's a lot of these astrologers. They don't use astrology the way I use astrology. Like, we have free will. Yeah, the energy says, do that special thing for you today. It's always gonna say that in some capacity. It's always gonna, if you treat yourself all the time, it turns to overindulgence and gluttony. Too much of any of a good thing is never a good thing, and a lot of people are choking on their blessings right now. In New Mexico, a sheriff was just found, they call it training. They found him in a hotel in Santa Fe. He was in town for training. It's just so he could go there, get per diem. It's all a bros club, dude. Because if you haven't learned what you need to know in 30-something years of freaking sheriffry, time to retire, bro. But it's all, you know, the club. And anyway, they found him dead in a hotel room. He was a sheriff that was out from one of the eastern, you know, and it's like, and people are all so bleedy hard and so sympathetic. It's like, look at the guy, dude. They're all heart attacks waiting to happen. They don't take care of themselves. It doesn't cost anything to move your ass, to get off your ass and go fucking walk. It doesn't cost a damn thing. And yet these guys have been paid so much money to protect us from ourselves. Meanwhile, they haven't protected from themselves. And the psychology that comes with that. Who's the good guy and who's the bad guy anymore? We already live in a lawless society in New Mexico. They don't. It's so silly. So when I hear the astrology of, be overindulgent, take care of yourself, you need pats or circles, whatever to make you feel better about your fucking human condition in life. You know, I have the opposite. No, I'm not gonna that's the day that I'm not gonna freaking pamper myself and take care of, that's the day that I'm gonna get shit done. Because sometimes in life, we gotta use free will. It's called discipline. Not doing stuff all the fucking time that you want to do. And going every place that you want to go. And eating all the food to make yourself fat, then you feel bad. And then you drink beer because it makes you feel better. But that rots your insides. It's called fucking discipline. It's called not doing what you want all the fucking time. It's like a punch card, you know, where you know, maybe, oh gosh, what's an example? A lot of people eat out where I live. There's a lot of people, they eat, every freaking meal is out. Like I live in Taos, and that McDonald's drive-thru, I wonder how much freaking money they make for that. I call fat people food, because it's just so unhealthy. And that's what, like, the last I don't know. There's people on freaking social media that they're like in their 30s. They're young couples, parents. They were raised on McDonald's, which just drives home my point. It starts young. When your kid's sad, you shouldn't fucking reward it with fucking french fried and food to make it feel better. You're programming your kid to rely on food and not talk about why it's sad to begin with. You're already fucking it up. If you're good, we'll go get some french fries and a milkshake. What kind of shit? Mom, I was so blessed when I was a little kid. Mom was on it. She had 5 planets in Sagittarius. She was like all about early childhood development because of how I thought, right? Wasn't that a motivating factor for you? You wanted to understand how I thought. And so she went through a lot of effort and allowed me to be me when society wouldn't. About gave her a heart attack. I was not an easy child, 2 years old, climbing 50, 25 feet, 30 feet up into the tree. I always wanted to go back to the stars. So I climbed the trees to get closer into the sky. And then I wouldn't pay attention to how to get down. And then I look down and I get scared. I'm not an adrenaline junkie anymore. I've learned how to calm down. I learned how to differentiate my past lives from my present experience. And this is a life library, and I have just aspired my whole incarnation to do with... Dude, the evolution of Marge, it hasn't been easy to learn how to accept myself and to love me for the person that I am. Because a lot of years I hated me because of other people didn't like me. And I hated that I were the things that other people didn't like. I did learn how to be what people wanted me to be. It was really uncomfortable, and I stopped doing it. So my world got real small. And it's still real small, and some days I get really super lonely. And some days are just really, really hard. And other days they're just okay. Nothing traumatic happened today. We're good, Made it through another day. It's just, we moved around a lot my whole life. I just always wanted roots. I always just wanted lifelong friends. I ain't never got all those things I wanted in life. And so when people go around telling you can have anything you want, I'm just like, dude, what fucking planet do you live on? What planet do you live? What world are you living in, man? Because you get to go home and sleep on a soft pillow every night? You think everybody on the planet has that same luxury? I'm here to share with people that is in fact not true. There's plenty of people on the streets that are not on drugs and alcohol. They just don't have, they can't deal with the bullshit. They're not willing to deal with the bullshit. So that is their alternative. Is that they find places, And it's happening all over the world. Freaking kids, 9, 10, 11, 12, parents just don't want them no more. They get dumped off with so-and-so. For days. They'll come back eventually. I mean, that's it. I mean, I was surrounded by that. I mean, kids, I remember Brandy, the little girl 2 years old next door, when I was in the Air Force. I don't know. I can't remember how I came across it to find out, but her babysitter put LSD in her cereal, and the little girl died at like 12 years old. And I mean, sometimes we're supposed to have life experiences, and there's so many people that create a bubble where they control the experience that they have, and they're only doing it to serve themselves, while all these other people are out here going, praying, but the prayers are supposed to work through people. We're supposed to be the foot prayers. Like, people pray, and then their heart gets touched. They hear the prayer. Okay, I received the prayer. I'm going to go out and be Team God, good orderly direction. How can I hope that lady jump her car again today. I was happy to see that they got a new battery. But their alternator is shot. Yeah. So they're going to have to keep jumping their car. So, and these are people that just live in their car. And then, like, I mean, that they get jumped every day, I think, at Smith's. This is the second time I've done it. And, like, other people another guy was, like, trying to pull up right when he was, like, I'm like, dude, I'm trying to get, he was trying to help him, too, so. That was cool, but I mean, like, that's cool. That was weird. It was so, I just have awkward situations in life. Like, I was pulled up this way to get closer to her battery, because it's on the opposite side as mine. And then, like, he pulled in, and it was just, I'm like, I got it. He's like, it still wasn't real clear if he was actually going to help the guy or not. But I did get to see my friend Augustine today, so that was cool. I don't see him for a couple days, And then we start wondering. He lost his horses again, so he brought him back over by him. This guy and his horses, man, he knows how they're getting out. I said, dude, all we got to do is get like a couple fence posts, right? I mean, get some, wire, and then the, like, 10 feet, so maybe 3 fence posts. I don't know. And freaking, so the horses won't keep getting out. We got a solution. We need to throw the shit in the back. He wants to wait till it gets warmer. See, it was like 50 today, and I was like, whoa. It's gonna get cold as fuck again, so I'm not gonna stay too excited about it. Mom's doing pretty good today. I figured out with her eye thing, I think it was the pollen in the irises, Ma. Because I remember looking at these irises going, dang, that pollen is, like, on there. And then I started putting the flowers outside, and your eye got better. So I think it was, like, an allergy thing. So, Mom's on the mend. We washed hair today. That's all. We hate doing it, but we're always glad to have it done, huh, Ma? I made it to my appointment with plenty of pee to spare. I had to pee in a cup. I always forget about that part, and so I have to wait around for a while, but I didn't this time. I was more prepared. And I don't know. I haven't had much of an appetite lately, so Benny, why are you upset about it? Because you're just being Benny. Ma, finish your soup. Eat a couple more bites. I feel like that butternut squash has a lot of really good nutrients in it for you. She had protein for eggs. I'm almost back to 100% where like I feel like I don't feel worthless. I mean, I get stuff done. I don't like when I don't feel good. Like, my energy is just not. Today they were positive encounters, so I got no bitch gripes and complaints today. I mean, nothing. Oh, they opened the Harbor Freight.
What?
Harbor Freight. Yeah, it's like this mid-tier crappy freaking. I guess they could. I don't know. I've only been one in Omaha. And I mean, I was at Offit. I ran the tool room, and we had the best top of the line of every fucking thing at our disposal, right? So it wasn't like it's not that, but they sell a lot of stuff, and it still made me feel like I was in a like a town, you know, because this place don't even got no Burger King. You know what? I mean, this place is like weird, but they keep adding stuff to it. We only been here on the 11th, 10th, coming up on our 3-year anniversary. We'll been in 3 years, Ma.
Wow. That's a long time.
God, time fucking just goes by so. Are you done?
Yes.
Time goes by so freaking fast. I can't believe it. And all of the things that have happened during that time. And you know what's funny? I see other people, their social media, and they just keep doing the same things every year, right? And we end up in one fucking state to the next. It just cracks me up. We're really knocking out the life experience, Ma. I want to do whatever we can and end up, you know, without being too big of a trash bag, douche bag, jerk face. I feel like if I can die sober without being too jerky, I will have, that will clear up enough karma in our family line that maybe that'll free up some of my nieces and their shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I could be a good example, like you don't got to do drugs and alcohol and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And if I can in head toward this trajectory and just be more, there's days I'm gonna be the bad example. I get that. I'm gonna be the bad example. Don't do like Marge is doing. Don't, whatever you do not act like this. I'm gonna be that bad example. Most days I aspire to do the right, to be the good example. And if I could take my last breath in that heart space, whatever age it is, you know, and just try to be the best person I can be, then I'm just working because I don't want to come back to this planet no more. So I got to do whatever I got to do. And this person, like, I'm going to hell anyway because I eat meat. I'm O positive. I require a high protein diet, right? So I like avocados. I like high fat stuff, you know. And but then you know you listen to this guy and I'm going to hell because I eat meat. Yeah, but he's talking about, but he's like in his 50s and talking about, you know, having a girlfriend 30 years younger than him. That's a freaking somebody that is grooming somebody. That ain't a relationship, dude. When dudes are freaking dating that chicks, like that big a age different, that is straight up grooming. Because what kind of grown ass man has the freaking mentality? What are you going to talk about? How she puts on her makeup? Like, it's just, it's completely, I'm going to program this girl to act how I want her to act. And if I get them younger, it'll just, it's like they train them like dogs. It's ridiculous. I've seen it my whole life. That's acceptable behavior because they're over 18, so it's cool. It's freaking gross, dude. It's gross. And I really feel for the young girls. I really do. Because ain't nobody told them to freaking that they got different options. And that maybe they should take those. What? Like I've been saying, we all have that. We all got our own path to live, you know? I mean, I got daddy issues. I had issues with my parents weren't around. I don't know where they were when I was, yeah. I think they were out getting ice cream or something. I don't know where my dad was when I was even born. I mean, my parents they didn't give a shit about me. I was the mistake. And they treated me as such my whole life. They treated me as such. I was their mistake, and they treated me like I was their mistake. And I see a lot of people that get treated that way, too. You know? Well, at least I didn't, you know, I don't think they ever had any aspirations of, like, what they wanted me to be when I grew up. I think I farly superseded any kind of expectation they had with the accomplishments that I've had in my life. So, life is weird. I'm going to keep talking about it, though. I've been talking about 30 minutes. All right, anybody in the talkie room? Hey, hey. Oh, my goodness. Charge, Marge, Scorpio Moon. I haven't seen you in forever. Arizona cactus flower. Arizona, I think that's what it is. We were in Arizona for 5 weeks. Huh, Ma, that was hell. That was like some serious karma. That was me learning how to not fucking lose my shit and to put some dumb bitch through a plate glass window. That is where I learned that, Mom, I did it. I learned emotional control. I never told that chick off. And she stole from me.
Oh, she stole.
Carry gun. Gundry? Gun.
Carry a gun.
Gundry? Yeah, carry gun, carry gun. Isn't that funny? With people like her, you got to. People, man, dude, people will just screw. It's so weird because I don't think like that. I don't think like, how can I screw this person over? How can I get something from them where they end up with jack shit? And there's so many people with that mentality. It is insane to me. And these are the people that are sitting in chairs in our local county offices, in our local government offices. They feel bad about themselves because they didn't do the work. And so when someone comes to their window, they treat them with they don't treat them with the respect that the people deserve. No, they put them through hoops because they can. And if you complain to the manager's just like, oh yeah, we'll take that into consideration. There ain't no consequences. There ain't nothing change. It's just more people that don't get help because people don't feel like helping them. And isn't that a weird thing? That is so weird to me. Like, everybody should be able to. And then the people in the offices, this is what I think that they should do. Every employee, go outside of your office and try to get a service that some Joe Schmo on the person on the street is trying to get. You go through your own system to see how hard it is for people to get help. People don't even do that. They don't test their own IT. They don't test their own phones. They don't test their own menus. They don't ever they just, our shit works. And it's like, your phone never rings. Nobody needs help in Taos County. Everybody's all top notch. Everybody just can go skiing in Taos County. Just bring in the tourists because nobody needs no help because the phone don't ever ring. It's because your shit's broke. And your emails go into your junk and technology's fallible because it's all full of electricity, and we are electricity, and people are so staticky within themselves that they bring the static within technology and shit gets glitchy. Where's all the accounting for that? Where's all the technology for that? See, it's just more of that club stuff. I hate groups of people that benefit from knowing things, from secret knowledge, whatever. They use it, they benefit from it, and fuck the rest of the world. And there's so many of these different groups going around right now going, this power and control's the only thing left to make my dick hard. So I just gotta keep widening the cracks of society because the Viagra don't work no more because I drink too much booze and now there's a disconnect and I got the erectile It is so weird. I'm watching Hulu and shit with Mom and they're talking about erectile dysfunction. No, it doesn't. It's not supposed to happen to everybody. Porn fucking has ruined people's freaking brains. It's made people dumb and stupid. Gave people weird ideas about what sex is. Intimate, all that stuff. It just, Yeah, Benny. Anyway, think I've rambled on long enough. How you doing, Ma? You good? Benny's not getting pets and he's upset. All right, that's